Hello everyone, and welcome to 5 Shifts to Stepping into the Millionaires Circle. We have people today joining us from all around the world. I want to extend a special welcome to everyone who's ready to step into the Millionaires Circle. I want to start first by sharing with you who this event is ideal for. It's ideal for medical professionals, entrepreneurs, experts, medspa leaders, medspa owners, people who want to be able to implement a successful business model to help them elevate their success and address all the challenges that you actually have. So if that's you, you are definitely in the right place. So here's what we're going to go over for the next 45 minutes that we're together. The first thing I want to share with you in this new business model that we're going to be discussing today is how you should start competing on expertise instead of competing on a price. Very, very important first step. Then we're going to discuss how you can convert old consultation process to a new consultation process so you can increase the average revenue per consultation, so you're making thousands of dollars per consultation instead of hundreds of dollars per consultation. The third thing we're going to discuss is how you can prolong the lifetime value of each client that comes to you. Instead of having them come and do a la carte treatment and then leaving and having the praying method that they come back, we're going to be discussing how you can implement that reoccurring revenue model so you can increase the retention of every single client that comes to see you. Therefore, you're increasing your profits. So those are just the 3 things. Moving on to number 4, we're going to discuss how you can improve your positioning so you can attract affluent clients instead of the ones that want to continue discounts from you. The next thing we're going to talk about is how you can get your business to run on autopilot. Instead of you having to be there and having your business manage you, I'm going to be showing you how you can implement some things to help it run on autopilot so you can do what you want when you want it. And lastly, we're going to discuss how you can erase these old ways of running a business and implement that effective business model, one effective business model that will help you step into 6 figures and beyond per month. That's what we want to focus on today. So I'm super excited that you're with me. I want to make you a promise. My promise to you is that you can discover during our time together today the 5 shifts you need to make to step into the Millionaire Circle. Sounds good? I'm so glad you're with us. Grab a pen and a paper because we are going to go over some great content. But first, I want to make sure that this is something that is familiar to you. Does this sound like you? Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night wondering how to meet your financial obligation? I know many of you probably do. How about this? Not sure where your next client is going to come from and can they afford what you actually offer? Think about that. And then why are you always discounting? Or you might be asking yourself, why am I always discounting and depleting my profits? If those are things that are going through your mind, then we're going to definitely address them. How about this? Why am I always reinventing the wheel? This is huge because so many people make that mistake instead of implementing that successful business model. Or maybe this. Why am I dealing with insurance reimbursement still when I should be having a cash business model, right? How about this? How can I get my team to be more productive and make recommendations? If those thoughts are going through your heads, then you're definitely in the right place. But here's the fact. The fact that you're even thinking those things, those are symptoms that are stopping you right now from stepping into the Millionaire Circle. the good thing about it is they are symptoms. And the only reason you're having those symptoms is because you have not yet implemented that super effective business model and made the shifts that we're going to be talking about today. So instead of being on that track to nowhere, we are on the track to making the shift so we can step into the Millionaires Circle. So this is what's going to happen. Once you make the shift, you'll be able to reach that goal that you want. You'll have that millionaire's mindset that it's okay for you to achieve success and make millions, because this is one major problem we see with medical professionals. Because you feel that you are a medical professional, it's hard for you to make sales and make recommendations. So we're going to, once you make the shifts that I'm talking about, you'll have a totally different mindset to help you achieve your goal. The other thing you're going to experience once you make that shift is you becoming the authority, the expert, so you can attract those affluent people. And then you'll have an effective business model that is easy to implement. And that's why it's so important to really make those shifts that we're going to be discussing today. Makes a big, big difference. All right, so the next thing you'll experience once you make that shift is you'll have an opportunity to extend the value of each client, so they are not just coming and leaving and not coming back to you. You'll be able to make a super positive impact while reaching the Millionaire Circle. And here's an important part: the fastest way possible. It's very, very important. And then, of course, you get to live the lifestyle that you dreamed of and that you deserve. It's the reason why you went into business to begin with. So this is very important to know what are the results that you would get once you make that shift. Are you guys with me? All right, well, who am I to be showing you how to get into the Millionaires Circle? My name is Dori Soukup. I'm the founder of InSPAration Management. We have been helping people get into the Millionaires Circle for the past 20 years. We help people like you make a positive impact in their community while they're getting wealthy. So to know more about me, I don't want to take this valuable time that we have together. You can always go to inspirationmanagement.com to find out more information. You can also download my brand new book called How to Make Millions. Appropriate, right? How to Make Millions with Your Medical Spa. And you'll be able to either get a hard copy or download an ebook. But I'm most excited about an award that we just received. We have just been awarded the best consulting firm of the year for the year 2020. That is so exciting, and it's truly an honor to know that we as a company are making a positive impact on the community as a whole. And that's really why I wanted to come and share this information with you today, share the 5 shifts to stepping into the Millionaire Circle so I can give back to the community and help you get started towards making millions in your business. So let's talk a little bit about millionaires. Did you know that only 6% of the population actually is a millionaire? Or are millionaires? So you need to really do things that other people are not doing for you to be able to step into that circle. And that's why the shifts are so important. So let's start with shift number 1. Shift number 1 is that mindset I was just speaking about. The mindset that you need to have, that it's okay for you to be a millionaire, right? Because they don't teach you that in medical school. The entire time you are in medical school, you are just helping people, right? You're fulfilling your professional obligation to make sure everybody is healthy. You didn't go into medical school thinking, oh, I'm going to be making millions, or maybe some of you did, I don't know. But one thing we find with medical professionals is they have this disconnection between having a business that is profitable and just helping people. So you need to get past that blockage that you might have right now in order to step into the next process of making millions. Because you know what? We are in such a great industry right now. The medical spa, the wellness industry as a whole, everything is growing like crazy. As a matter of fact, according to the latest studies, it's showing that there are about 7,000 medical spas right now, and we are growing so much at such a rapid rate that they're saying by the year 2023, we're going to have about 11,000 med spas. It's probably even going to be faster and bigger than that. As far as how much revenue is each place generating, an average med spa generates $1.3 million a year. Now, some consulting firm would lead you to believe that this is actually good. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not so good. That's average. And who in the heck wants to be average? Not us. We have clients that make multiple millions a year. And frankly, that's what you're going to need to be able to be wealthy and step into that millionaire circle. Because 1.3, but if you average, let's say 10% on profit, that's $130,000. How long is it going to take you? At $130,000 a year, by the time you live, you have nothing left. So it will take you years to step into that circle. And that's what we want to fix today. I want you to fix your mindset that it's okay to generate millions so you can actually profit and build your retirement and build your wealth and become a millionaire. You need to be part of the 6% of people who are millionaires. So once you make that decision, you are on your way, but it truly starts with your mindset. That's where it all starts. So just to discuss a little bit about what's keeping people right now from becoming millionaires is this: the capacity. Most med spas currently are working at about 35% capacity of their space. That's not good. That means if you're open 10 hours a day, you're basically busy 3.5 hours of the day. Not a very good plan. So that's what I was trying to tell you a little earlier. So at that rate, it would take a long time, because not only are you not busy, but also the revenue that you're generating is not as large as it needs to be. So we need to fix that. So how do we fix it? I'm going to give you a gift. In addition to my book, I'm going to give you this great revenue potential calculator as a gift for you. And what's great about this calculator is it's totally pre-formatted, pre-calculated. All you have to do is fill in the yellow cells of what capacity you would like to be at, how many hours are you open in a week, and then it calculates for you. Let's say I want to operate at 75% capacity. I have my number of rooms in my place. I have how much I average per treatment and how long each treatment is, and that will calculate for you how much revenue you can generate. So a place like this that has 2, 4, 6 rooms at averages of $150 to $500 a treatment can make $8.8 million, not $1.3 million. So that 1.3 is old mentality. That people are telling you that's good, that's average. Who wants to be average? I don't know how to spell that word. I don't know about you, but we don't want to be average. We want to be the best of the best. So think about it, you guys. One room, 60 hours per week at 80% capacity. Just to give you an idea, this is one room. That's $103,000 per month, or 1.2 million, right, a year. So how many rooms do you have? Do the math and see how much is your true potential. Then tap into it, because that's the most important thing. You need to ask yourself that question. I want you to take that calculator and then be able to calculate your true potential so you can get excited and motivated and apply that business model, apply the 5 shifts into your business. Does that make sense? Yeah, so let me share with you a couple of success stories. I want you to meet Dr. Lonnie Green. Dr. Lonnie Green is in Virginia, and he used to be a regular MD. He had a medical practice, just like many of you do, but he wanted to shift into the anti-aging, the aesthetic, medical aesthetics, and he went out and opened up a medical spa. So he was open for a couple years before we actually met him. And though he was generating your average, about 1.5, somewhere around there, he was not paying himself still. See, this is the main problem we see, is a lot of people are generating that million, maybe even 2 million. But because of the wrong business model they have in place, it's either they're just barely breaking even, or they're not even paying themselves. Well, you didn't go into business to just buy yourself a job. You went into business so you can be profitable and be happy and have freedom, right? Well, fast forward a little bit. Dr. Green actually is a mastermind member of ours, and he just came to the book writing seminar and finished his book actually. But his business now, not only is he paying himself, but he's also super profitable. And this is what we are talking about when you make those shifts. No more insurance. It's a cash business. It's profitable. It gives you the freedom. He absolutely loves what he does. He is just so happy because he made that shift from your typical medical practice to actually the aesthetic medical spa that he has. So I'm super proud of many of our members who are generating millions. As a matter of fact, if you want to learn more about Dr. Green, you can go watch Meet the Experts. You can go to meettheexperts.com and actually watch the interview that I did with him, so you can see for yourself the difference it makes once you make that shift. Sounds good? All right, let's talk about shift number 2. And shift number 2 is a big problem currently with many people. A lot of people are so much into discounting, doing Groupons, this and that. Well, we don't want to do that. Marketing is key. And when you do smart marketing, where you're targeting the affluent because you have positioned yourself as the expert, it makes all the difference in the world. So let's talk a little bit about that. Here's the old way. The old way is all discounting, Groupon, price war games, right? Devaluing yourself. You keep giving your treatments and products for less and less and less. You're afraid to raise your prices because you think people are not going to come back. So you keep competing on price instead of expertise, and that just kills your profit line. You're barely breaking even. So instead, if you again shift that mindset to who you want to market to, makes a big difference between plumped up profit lines and depleted profit lines. So which would you rather have? If you want to plump up your bottom line, then you better forget about this old way of running your business and start doing things the right way. Start implementing the right business model so you can attract the affluent people. You see, there are affluent people in every community in the US. It does not matter where you live. We have clients that live in that have medical spa in little villages, and they still make millions of dollars. It does not matter because every community has that. We have the ultra affluent people who are basically making over $250,000 per year. We have the affluents who are making between $150 to $250, and then you have the mass affluent who are making between $85 to $150. Those are your clients. So if your marketing is aimed to attract people who are not in this, yeah, maybe a small percentage doesn't have to be here, but for the most part, you want to attract the people that can afford what you offer. Here are the facts, you guys. What we do is all about discretionary income. People don't have to have Botox. They don't have to have fillers. They don't have to have laser treatments. They don't have to have any of that stuff. All we need is food and water and clothes, and we're good to go. But what we are doing is something that requires an investment. And an investment needs to come from people that have the discretionary income to actually do certain things like this. So targeted marketing is very, very important. So we teach the system. Part of the business model is how to target your marketing to the affluent, how to market to the affluent. It's totally different how you sell to the affluent, totally different than your Walmart clientele, and then how to profit from the affluent. When you do that, it's definitely going to help you. It's one of the shifts that will get you into that millionaire circle. You guys with me? Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about that authority that you need in order to attract the affluent. Because see, the affluents are expect certain things, right? And they expect certain quality, certain experiences. They are a different breed of people. They're not like your regular people. They really are not. So they're attracted to great things that you can show them about yourself and your business that will draw them to you. For example, if you publish articles or you're an author, you're a speaker, you're an expert, you're a leader in your community, you have a successful business, you give back. When people see that, they're attracted to you. Instead of doing push marketing, you're actually practicing pull marketing, where people are just coming to you instead of you keep pushing things out and do the price war games and do the Groupon and the discounts and all that stuff. That does not work. You see? So it's just a matter of implementing the proper model. So when we're talking about the affluent and how we sell to them, look at around you. I mean, do you know that Apple they do one sale a year, and you know when they do that? It's on Black Friday, and you know what their sale usually is? $100 gift card. That's Apple. The rest of the year, there is not one sale. How about Chanel? How about Tiffany? Do you walk into Tiffany and they have signs all over the place, we have a sale? No. How about go buy a Tesla? There's no negotiation. You just stand in front of a screen and you select what you want and you have a $100,000 Tesla. So it's totally different. They don't need to discount. You need to get rid of that mindset that I need to discount to attract people. You don't. You don't have to discount to attract people. So once you make that shift, then you're all set. You're ready to go. Let me share with you another case study here. Miss Julie Carrigy. Actually, I just received an email from her. She has 2 locations. She just sent me an email this morning before I got on this webinar. She's buying a 3rd location. And even during the pandemic, her business still grew. Now, the year before, she actually generated $1.1 million more in her business. Imagine, I want you to close your eyes for 1 minute, and how would your life be different today if you made another $1.1 million in your business right now? What would be different? She did it. And you know what's amazing? Is she did it by implementing only a couple of things. I think it was like 3 different systems from the business model that I'm talking about. So if Julie can do it, so can you. If Dr. Green can do it, so can you. So it's just a matter of having that model to actually pull ahead and crush the competition and do things the right way, where you don't have to be the Walmart type of medspa. Right? It makes a big difference. So I am so proud of so many of our clients who have stepped into the Millionaires Circle by being disciplined and by applying a model that works, right? All right, shift number 3. What do we do next? And this right here, you guys, if you don't do anything else from what I'm talking about, this is the one thing that Julie changed, right? It's the consultation process. The consultation process is being done right now in most places the old non-good way. What I want to share with you is how you can do it the new way. So instead of making hundreds of dollars per consultation, you can actually make thousands of dollars per consultation. And we do it with a system called the Sacred System. Now, I don't have time on this webinar to go over the whole system with you, but I want to give you a quick little synopsis so you can leave the wild, wild west to actually making millions. Because most people right now, you have no process for the consultation. Your guest relations team, your receptionists don't know how to reserve a head-to-toe consultation. Right now, we are nothing but order takers. And that's a big problem. We can't run a successful business being order takers. Here's the big problem I see right now that you need to fix. The big problem is most people right now run their business as an a la carte business. You get a phone call, I want Botox. Great, I can help you with that. They come in, they get their Botox, and they leave. You just left a lot of money on the table. Instead, you need to get rid of this a la carte mentality, and you need to get into customized programs instead. So we are doing consultations from head to toe, not just for Botox. We truly need to fulfill our professional obligation and help people as much as we can. So we need to get rid of this a la carte and hope and pray they come back to let's plan an entire program for them where they can keep coming back to us over and over and over. So this is something that definitely needs to happen. You gotta set up a consultation suite in your place, and that becomes your revenue hub. This is where all the magic happens. This is where the millions are being made in that consultation suite. But you know what's really sad? We work with a lot of people that call our office who are just opening up. And sometimes we get in on the process after they already did their space planning, they've already planned all the rooms. And when I look to review the space plan, I find out that they don't even have a consultation suite in that plan. That means you don't have a sales process or a sales model in that plan. And that's not good. You gotta have that suite. You gotta do the consultations. So instead of making hundreds for each client that comes in, you want to make thousands for each client that comes in. And when you practice that, that's going to get you closer to the Millionaires Circle. So get rid of the old a la carte mentality and let's get into the Sacred System and how to do a proper consultation that would lead to thousands. All right, moving on to shift number 4. Shift number 4 is all about, again, getting rid of that a la carte and actually doing a reoccurring revenue model. Now, why this is important is because you want to cut down on your marketing costs. You want to extend the lifetime value of each client. So instead of just making few $100s and them not coming back, you're going to be able to retain them and have them come back over and over and over. So let's talk a little bit about that whole sales process. So I just got done telling you that the a la carte is not good, right? You need to get rid of it because praying is good. I pray all the time, every night, every morning, but praying is not good. It's not a business strategy, right? It's a spiritual strategy. Or then if you get rid of that, Then you have the new model, which brings in the VIP members, and it helps you increase the lifetime value of that client and increasing your retention. If you don't have a VIP membership program right now, you are totally missing out on reducing your marketing costs and on increasing retention. This is a very important shift to do. It makes all the difference in the world on your business. So here's the model, you guys. Again, I'm sharing with you exactly how you should run your business. So here's the first thing. You have your set new goals for new sales, right? Because you really should look at your business as two different ways to measure. So you have the new clients coming in and how much revenue should we be generating from the new clients. And then you have your VIP memberships on how much revenue can I collect on autopilot every single month where I don't have to worry about it. So those shifts that I'm talking about and what we teach is the membership income that comes in should take you at least to your break-even point. So you paid all your bills without having to worry about anything. And then the rest is gravy. Imagine being in that position. Imagine every month having thousands of dollars being deposited into your account without having to worry about where my bills are going to be covered. Remember the one thing we talked about, the thoughts that you might be having. You're laying in bed, your eyes are open, wondering how you're going to meet your financial obligations each month. Well, if you have a VIP program, you don't have to lay awake at night anymore. You can have sweet dreams. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about implementing these shifts that make a big difference in your life. And I want to show you how that works. So meet Linda. This is Linda Lazaro. She is from Pittsburgh. Her husband is a plastic surgeon, Dr. Lazaro. And they also have a medspa. They have a beautiful location. They have a very successful plastic surgery center, but the medical spa was not being self-supportive. The plastic surgery side was supporting the medical spa. And it was supporting the medical spa because they were not charging enough. They did not have the proper systems in place. They did not have a membership program. So when I first met Linda and her team and daughter Brianna, they were ready for a change. They were ready to have a medical spa that's self-supportive without having to have the plastic surgery side pay its bills. That's not a good thing, right? So they have been such great implementers. They have increased their business exponentially. And I am so proud of their membership efforts that they currently have over 500 members paying them between $250 up to $500 a month. Imagine having 500 people paying you that much each month. What will that do to your business? Wouldn't that be a good feeling? Absolutely. Again, if Linda and her team and family can do this, so can you. You just have to implement the shifts that we are talking about. Shift number 5, this is probably one of my favorites because if you don't invest in yourself, if you don't invest in you growing, then you're going to stay where you are. So you have to seek expert guidance and mentorship. And when you do that, then you have the support and the guidance that you need to get where you want the fastest way possible. But you know what happens instead? People end up doing this. They think, well, how difficult can it be to run a medical spa anyway? Right? Oh, I can do this. And what happens is you end up not having enough cash flow, making costly mistakes, reinventing the wheel, and you're kind of stuck. Or you can do this where you have a plan and you can have a straight line to success, avoid all the costly mistakes, and just go for it. It's simple. if you want to do the best cake, the best chocolate cake, bake it. All you have to do is follow the recipe and you'll be able to bake that best chocolate cake. But if you're trying to bake the chocolate cake and you don't have flours, you don't have sugar, you don't have eggs, you didn't preheat the oven, or maybe first you mixed the eggs and the flour, but you did not add the milk or the something else, and then you go try to do it later. You need to follow the process step by step by step. That cake is not going to be any good if you don't preheat the oven, if you don't mix everything properly, if you don't put the right amount of processes in place to have a great recipe. So it's not just having the recipe, it's doing the recipe the way it's meant to be done, step by step by step, for you to win. Just like if you're playing baseball, can you score a home run? Unless it is a home run, can you score it without touching every single base? No, you have to go to the first base, second base, third base to score that home run. So those are the things that you definitely need to have in place. So instead of reinventing the wheel, you need to take the processes that are proven effective and just implement them. So I want to introduce you to another client of ours. This is actually Johan Petro. Look at me. Don't I look like a little tiny thing next to him? So he's a former retired NBA player, and he was actually here in our studio. This is where this picture was taken. He came to the mastermind meeting that we have. He owns a place with his partner Daniela called Activate. So he has a fitness center as well as a medical spa down in Florida. And one thing we were talking about during that meeting is how important training is. And you know, sports are so much like business, because in sports, even when they're professional like him, they still do what? When a season starts, they go to boot camp first, they brush up on everything, they coach every single day, they have a game plan, they know the strategy, the coaches are there, the players are there, they're all committed to training and to being the best so they can win a championship, right? Isn't that what they do? And these are pros, right? Yeah, we hire people to come in and they follow someone who's you're trying to get rid of. So they're learning all their bad habits, and then, hey, good luck. So we're setting people up for failure instead of success. So now those of you who have teams, it's so important to train them just like they do in sports. You gotta have your manuals, you gotta have your audios, you gotta have your processes, your protocols, the way you do things. Now, you guys teach them great on clinical procedures, but you don't take the time to teach them on business and how to generate revenue for you. And this is one big missing part. But if you don't have the tools to train them, that's how you end up with what you have right now. You're winging it. The winging model does not work. You can't be winging it. You gotta have a successful business model. You gotta invest in yourself and in your business, because when you do that, it makes a huge difference. I have to tell you, it's through investing in myself that I was able to build the company that I have built. I can't be standing in here in front of you today talking about this if I personally did not have a successful business. I just told you, we won the best consulting firm of the year. I mean, that's huge, right? And the reason we did is because of my investments in our continuing education. So I have in my budget over $50,000 a year just in education programs to keep helping us grow, myself and the rest of my team. And if you're not doing something like that, then you're really not serious about your success, because it does take an investment to succeed. So if you're trying to do it without it, then it's going to be a lot more costly to you in the long run. And that's why I'm using the word investment, because when you invest in something, you should be able to get a great return on your money. So the investment is going to give you the guidance and the proven effective model to help you step into the millionaire circle. When you do that, you're on your way. So I started out this webinar telling you that I'm making you a promise to share the 5 shifts. Well, I just shared with you the most important parts of the business model that we teach. And when you make those 5 shifts, you'll be able to get into that millionaire circle. So what do you need to win? So we talked about the millionaire's mindset was shift number 1. We talked about marketing to the affluent. That was shift number 2. We discussed a la carte, the old way of doing business versus the customized programs that lead to thousands instead of hundreds. We talked about the recurring revenue model, so you can have membership, so you can reduce your marketing costs and increase your retention. And then we discussed investing in guidance and avoiding costly mistakes that don't pay off. That way you will be successful. So that was my promise to you, to give you those 5 essential shifts that you need to have in your business. I hope you took a lot of notes and that you want to get into the new way of doing business and then get rid of the old ways of doing business. So at this point, you have a choice. You have a choice. Do you want to keep doing things the way you've been doing them? Or do you want to do them the new way and be able to elevate your success? So we need to get rid of this old mentality, and we need to adopt a new philosophy, the new shifts that I just shared with you. And when you do that, you're on your way. So how can we help? Right? And so the most important thing here is I want to give back to our community. I want to offer you solutions to help you succeed. So my team and I have set aside some time for you for the next 48 hours to speak with you personally and to show you how you can apply these shifts into your business starting right now. Wouldn't that be a great thing? Absolutely. So no matter what your biggest challenge is, we have a solution for you. We've seen it, we've heard it, we've tested it, we perfected it, and now you can apply it. So these are all very important things for you to start doing right now. So how can we help? Well, on this session that we have set aside for you, my team and I will be able to discuss what your income goals are and then show you how you can maximize them. And if you are ready on your way to start doing 6 figures a month, multiple 6 figures a month, then definitely this is the path that you need to take. You need to reserve your session with us, success planning session, so you can start your path right now. Now we're doing this totally free, totally complimentary. You're probably wondering, well, what's the catch? Why is she doing that free? Well, I'm doing this for free because I have been blessed with so many great things. It's my way to give back to the community and to help you make the shifts that you need, change the mindset and all the 5 other steps that we discuss, so you can gain and you can earn the revenue that you deserve. That's why we are doing this. So I want to invite you to go to inspirationmanagement.com/apply, and you'll be able to apply, choose your time, and actually submit your request for the success planning session. Now, this is not for everybody, you guys, seriously. It is for people who actually solve a major problem in their community. So if you have medical aesthetics, if you are a wellness center, if you have a medical practice with a med spa component, if you're offering treatments and products that are of a high ticket item, then definitely this is for you. This is not for people that want to sell Botox at $8 an hour. it's just not really for those people. So you have to be an expert. You have to be outstanding at what you do, because we like to work and help people who are established and who are expert at what they do. This is another big point. And then you have to really hold yourself and your team with the highest standards, so you are doing good for your community. You are a force for good with your community. And then, of course, if that is you, then go ahead and reserve your session now. Again, all you have to do is go to inspirationmanagement.com/apply, and you'll be able to reserve your time. You're actually going to come to a screen like this. You'll be able to reserve the time. This is the 48 hours we have allocated, and then you're able to register. All you have to do is register, and one of my team members will be able to get with you, or myself even, and talk to you about where you are now and where you would like to go. So go ahead and apply, and we would love to see you there. So again, why am I doing this? The bottom line is because we know what we teach works. We want to be able to help as many people as possible. So again, if that's you, like I mentioned, eager to get started and eager to really do the work, then definitely this is for you. So I want to wrap things up with one of my superstars, Miss Denise Dubois. So Denise she has actually 2 locations in New York, and she was in business for about 26 years when I first met her. She's in business right now for like 31 years. And when I first met her, though she had been in business for a long time, right? That's success. So, but here's the situation that Denise was in. She has over 100 employees in the 2 locations, and she was so overwhelmed, overworked. Imagine having 100 employees coming to you all at once. Not a pretty picture. And though she was generating the revenue, she was not as profitable as she could have been. So she went into these 5 shifts that we just talked about, and her life now is totally different than what her life was like back then. Back then, though she was generating millions, she did not profit as much where now she is. Denise has implemented systems, structures, strategies in her business, the 4 S's we talk about, solutions. And now her business pretty much runs on autopilot. She is generating millions and a very plumped up profit line. She has great structure now in her business to have department leads. They all help with training. Everybody knows exactly what they need to do, how to do it. It works beautifully. She's living a great lifestyle, because before, her husband would be so annoyed because he would say, let's go to Cabo. And she's like, no, I have to work. So now they're able to travel and go different places, live the lifestyle that she deserves, and have the freedom and the stress-free life that you really deserve. And again, if she can do it, so can you. And if you want to hear more about Denise's success, you can go watch also Meet the Experts and see what she had to say on our YouTube channel or meettheexperts.com. Now, if you want to also you be the expert, you can always apply to be an expert with us. But again, now the most important thing for you to do right now is to apply for that success planning session. So simply again, go to inspirationmanagement.com/apply. You'll be able to see the calendar. All you have to do is put in your name, pick the time, and again, we've designated 48 hours from this time that you are watching this video, this webinar, to actually speak with us. Thank you so much for being with me today. This has been a great experience for me. I want to encourage you to take the 5 shifts and begin implementing right now. And again, let my team guide you in the next 48 hours to get what you need and to get you started on the right path so you too can get into the Millionaires Circle. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe, and until next time, stay inspired.